Night Stalker, The Hunt for a Serial Killer, directed by James Carroll and Tiller Russell, is a Netflix miniseries that follows the story of how the Night Stalker was brought to justice. The Night Stalker, also known as Richard Ramirez, was a serial killer in 1980s Los Angeles that went on a murderous rampage that resulted in the death of over a dozen people. The show chronicles how two detectives, among other police force representatives, bring Richard Ramirez to justice and the chaos that ensues in the process. Alright, so I don't tend to review a lot of Netflix shows, you guys know that about me by now, but every once in a while I will watch a show and I'll feel compelled to do a review on it. Night Stalker was not one I felt particularly compelled to watch in the first place though, because 2020 and 2021 have been dark enough for most of us. We've experienced a lot of difficult things over the past year and I wasn't sure I wanted to dive into such a dark show. Well, I am really glad that I did because I think this show was riveting through and through. The greatest thing about it in my opinion is that it is a very limited miniseries, only being 4 episodes total, so it's a series that you can easily binge in one day and find yourself really invested and captivated by. If you're looking for quality content to stream and something that's not too much of a commitment, then I think this is a great option because this show will keep you engaged in the manhunt throughout the 4 episodes. It's just really engaging and really good show. What's also really great about the show is that it primarily focuses on 2 detectives who play a pivotal role in bringing the serial killer to justice. There's 2 partners, Gil Carrillo and Frank Salerno, who recap the events surrounding the madness that ensued while the Night Stalker was on the loose. And the show addresses major breaks in the case, moments where they had him right in their fingertips and they let him slip away. And the show even details the detectives' personal lives and the sacrifices they had to make to bring this killer to justice. I found this riveting because there were characters and personal stories here that I could connect with. I've seen several true crime documentaries now that, chronicle the mayhem that serial killers can cause, but I can't remember watching one that got me this invested in the detectives on that specific case. The show really does an excellent job at making you connect with these 2 detectives by showing you their vulnerability, it humanizes them, and it makes them empathetic in certain ways. It's really great stuff. One criticism I've heard levied against the show is that it's graphic. I didn't find that to be the case any more so than any other true crime documentaries I've watched that discuss serial killers. I mean, more often than not, these type of series provide necessary details about crime scenes and various situations that immerse the viewer and give them an idea of the carnage that took place. I never found the show to be overly graphic for the sake of shock value. I think they provide enough detail to immerse me into what, life in LA must have been like while this madman was on the loose. They want you to understand how terrible these situations were for everyone involved and how this depraved individual created a climate of terror and fear surrounding most of Los Angeles during this time. In order to do that, context does need to be provided, and that context can't really be restricted if the viewers to fully understand the gravity of the crimes, the context, and the climate that Richard Ramirez created in Los Angeles. From a technical standpoint, though, Night Stalker is one of the best shot and best composed true crime series I've really ever seen. The show follows the typical formula of, mixing in old footage and photos with recreations of crimes, and it does a great job of immersing you into the time period and setting of the show. I think there's also a lot of great camera work that creates a lot of visual intrigue for the viewer, whether it be stylistic things that focus on, certain pieces of evidence, crime scenes, or even the setting. The cinematography is really engaging and really immersive, as is the music for that matter. It does always make me feel, like there's suspense and even urgency to catch this killer that causes, more havoc every day he roams free. It really does, again, immerse you into the show. That's the best word I could use to describe this show. The music and camera work really do help, the story quite tremendously. There's a lot really about this show that just feels like high quality entertainment, and immersion is certainly there. Since this series is only 4 episodes, it needs to move at a pretty brisk pace. It does, and it does so very effectively. I think at times true crime shows can really drag things out to meet that maybe 8 to 10 episode, quota that a platform may want them to fill. I do commend Night Stalker as a series for only taking as long as necessary. Each episode feels like it provides something substantial and it's paced at a speed that feels consistently natural and engaging. There's connections to be made with the real life detectives, there's engaging aspects of the manhunt, there's just a lot in each episode to really invest yourself in. And that's ultimately what makes this such an entertaining series. It's certainly dark, it's not going to be for everyone, but true crime series, while they are becoming very popular, they're still not for everyone. This is not content that's meant really to be like Disney Channel content. Can a show go too far? Sure it can, but this series provides the necessary detail to allow you to understand the stakes and invest in the story. I think this is a great miniseries if you like the genre of true crime, and I really recommend you check it out. As for the pros cons, for the pros, I think Night Stalker delivers an engaging and thrilling story, great real-world individuals to connect with, excellent cinematography and music, and a fast pace that makes for an entertaining experience through and through. I actually don't have any cons for this show. I really found it to be incredibly well done. I'm going to give Night Stalker: The Hunt for a Serial Killer a 10 out of 10, and highly recommend you check it out on Netflix if you're into the true crime genre. So have you guys checked out Night Stalker: The Hunt for a Serial Killer yet? If so, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. If you haven't, please let me know whether this would be a show that you'd like or not. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on that. In the meantime, I hope everyone's doing well in 2021. I hope it's better than 2020 thus far for you, because we all know how that year went. I will say be on the lookout for future reviews from me in the near future, and please don't forget to subscribe for more content, and also, of course, follow me on Instagram at Will_Foxification. There's lots of great content and chances to engage with me there. I love interacting with you guys, so please feel free to come out, to Instagram and hang out. But either way, that's all for now. This is WillFoxification signing off, and I'll see you in the next review.